Hi, welcome to B.A.L, Building Athletic Lifestyles. I'm Neil. Today we're kicking off a fundamentals series, so here we'll be breaking down some of the largely theory-based principles that you should be applying to your training itself. This is inspired quite heavily by individuals such as Eric Helms and Jeff Nipper. Their videos and their takes on this will be linked down below. They tend to look a little bit more into the scientific literature. Here we'll be taking a broader view, just trying to find those principles that you can apply straight away. The analogy I like to use is like building a wall. So a little man down here, you can see he's got a little question mark over his head. You don't just make a wall like that. Yeah, you focus instead on laying one brick really well, and then you start building on that each brick at a time. Lay all the bricks, and then suddenly you've got a wonderful wall by the end of it. If you don't lay your bricks well, shoddy wall, it's going to collapse. So I've broken it down here into the four main bricks that I think will have the biggest influence. We will go through them all each individually. There's sustainability and adherence, effort and goals, then you've got your progression and your variables right at the top. Sustainability and adherence, so I've broken it down here on the right hand side. I'd appreciate that my scroll is pretty illegible, but I will talk through it as well, so hopefully you can still follow along. First port of call, safety. We want to make sure that we're injury free. If you can stay injury free, it allows you to train more often, train more regularly. That means more consistent progress. Safety, so first point, good form, what does that look like? Main thing you want to focus on is that you're moving through a correct range of motion, an appropriate range of motion. That means you're not pushing yourself beyond the range that you're capable of in terms of your body. If there is a prerequisite limitation, that you're not trying to force that to go further necessarily. Also making sure that you are under control as you move through that movement. So making sure that the way I like to think about it is if someone was filming you at 60 frames a second and then you stopped and went through frame by frame by frame by frame, you'd want to be in control of the weight in every single frame. You've got that control throughout the whole movement now. It reduces the risk of any mishaps or injuries. Second point is an appropriate weight. This can be really tough actually when you're starting out to figure out what that appropriate weight even is. I would always err on the side of caution and start off a little bit lighter and work your way up. Say for example that you're doing 3 sets of 10 squats. So start off with a real comfortable weight. So I like to use rep ranges here. It's where it works quite well. So say you're working in the 8 to 10 rep range. You find a weight that you can do 10 reps of the movement with comfortably. And if you can do 3 sets at 10, next time you push it up, even if you drop down to only getting 8 reps, so say you get 10, 10 and 8, or say you get 10, 8 and 8, that's still okay. Stick with that weight until you're getting 10, 10 and 10, then you bring it up again, and then you rinse and repeat through that cycle. You've then got that steady progression as you build up, which progression we'll get to a little bit more as we move on. Perfect. Recovery. I mean, this is a topic itself I might break down a little bit further in another video because it is hugely important. Although it's one little line here, it's actually a massive factor. This is things such as your nutrition, which I will do an independent video on. Your sleep as well, so making sure that you're sleeping enough, particularly as you start training. It's a lot of stress on the body itself, the central nervous system, things like that. Where actually you need that time to recover afterwards. It's not just about quantity as well, it's quality. Trying to make sure that you're getting 7 to 9 hours, something like that. That was 7 to 9 by the way, not 79. Good quality sleep, minimal interruptions, keeping things like blue light and that to a minimum as well, so you can hit those big deep sleep cycles where that's actually going to be where you maximize most of your recovery. Perfect. Okay, the next point, bringing it on down, enjoyable. So I mean, if you're not having fun doing it, what's the point, right? There's a bit more to it than that as well. Generally, if you're enjoying what you're doing, your exertion, you're going to apply yourself a little bit more. If you're happy to do it, if you're having fun as you do it, you tend to work a little bit harder. If you have a look at Jeff's video that I mentioned at the start as well, there's actually some clinical data to back that up as well. Adherence as well is the biggest factor that I like to link with the enjoyable side of it. If you enjoy doing it, you're more likely to keep doing it as well. If it becomes a real chore, you really struggle to get into it, you're going to be significantly less motivated to actually crack on and carry on going. In terms of making progress and actually getting to the goals that we want to achieve as well, adherence is a huge part. That's why it's this first brick, is because it's that consistency. There's no point trying something for a week and then giving up. You haven't given yourself enough time to actually see a change. The last one, realistic. It's all very well and good, coming up with the best program and the best ideas, but if you can't actually do it and it doesn't apply to your day-to-day living, it's largely irrelevant. So what I've put here is just that optimal is not equal to sustainable. You could write the best program in the world, you could have the perfect program for getting you from where you are now to that goal you want to achieve. If it doesn't fit with your lifestyle, it's irrelevant. The classic example is if you think, oh yeah, right, I'm going to go to the gym 6 times a week, but I've got kids and I've got a job, and then I play football at the weekends. Suddenly, no. It's not happening. So it has to be realistic. It has to fit with your lifestyle. It has to be practical in that sense. Last one there, flexible as well. It's very easy to start off thinking that you've got this iron routine, which can be good to build a habit to start off with to get you into moving a little bit more. But actually, we want to make sure that at the same time, if you miss a day here or there, it's not the end of the world as long as you pick that day back up somewhere else. So say you were planning to get to the gym Monday, Wednesday, Friday this week, yeah, but then you get Monday, bang, nailed it, perfect. You get to Wednesday, you got a late meeting, you're late home, you got to pick the kids up from school, and then you got to take them out to their playing, sports training in the evening, something like that. Suddenly you've not got to the gym on Wednesday, nightmare. Doesn't mean the wheels have come off the wagon. No, it means you then go on Thursday instead, and then you're in on Friday too. What do you know? You've still got your 3 through the week. It has to be flexible. Perfect. Next, we'll bring it on to efforts and goals.